And what's the reason you can't keep her?
Well, I'm by myself now. I live alone, and
Okay.
I work a lot. I have my own business, and I just really don't have the time.
Okay.
We just didn't realize how much energy and how much work she really needs.
Okay.
And yet, on the other hand, honestly, she's a very nice dog.
I feel I'm now at the end of our family's rope of being able to care for him. What's the worst of two evils, euthanizing him or returning him to a shelter? I mean, he sleeps, you know, in bed with us every night as close to me as he possibly can, so going from that to sleeping on a kennel floor, I don't think is tremendously humane, but we can't keep him anymore.
Do you want to come home with us?
Oh, you are great. There you go, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. All right. There.
Billy, come on.
Come on, fellas. Come on. There we go. All right,
Hi,
well, we're here.
guys. Hi. It's not a coonhound. It's like
No.
a bloodhound mix. Hi, cuties.
Some kind of hound mix.
How'd they ride in the car?
Fine. Quiet.
Good. What your name's gonna be? This one's a lover. This is Bill. And that one's a little bit more confident and aloof and sure of herself. You be Hillary. Okay, be Hillary. You be Hillary. You guys love each other. Mwah. Love each other. Bill, I'll be your intern. They have a run all set up for them,
Okay.
Carl. It's
Come on,
very
guys.
slippery. You okay to walk them down there?
Yep.
It's the presidential suite at the end. Yes, hello, this is Sue. How long have you had the dog? Okay. And how has she been for the last 3 years, behavior-wise? Uh-huh. And what's the reason now you need to surrender her? You can't keep her? Do you have any other pets at home?
Yeah, I
dogs or
have a
cats?
10-year-old dog that's also a rescue and a cat.
How's she with the cat?
She's aggressive with other animals. She's really sweet and very low-key with people. She'll go to anyone. She loves attention, but with other dogs, she gets kind of aggressive and jealous.
Has she put teeth marks in your other dog?
She has had a couple of pretty intense dog fights with them, and it's all about territory. She'll run around the house, she'll tear around the house. When I'm walking her and she sees another dog, she flips out.
What's the reason you're bringing her here today?
I'm bringing her because I have a 6-week-old baby.
Yeah.
And she's getting really weird about the baby. She's chewing the baby's toys. She's going after the baby's diapers. I'm just afraid to leave her alone with the baby. She's really jealous. I've had her with a dog walker and a trainer, and I'm just worried she's gonna get aggressive with the baby, and my husband is like, that's it.
I would be worried, not that how they are with other dogs is how they are with children, but when you're talking about that kind of like, she won't let the other dogs come near if you're petting her and stuff, it can often transfer to a young child. Sometimes
Right.
it's the same kind of coveting
With the
behavior. I don't think you can keep her, I don't, if you're seeing me for a behavior consultation, I'd say, I don't think it's a safe dog to have in your household.
Do you get a lot of people in looking for pets? I mean,
Yeah, the majority of people are families with young children, other dogs, or cats. And so anytime we have a dog that is restricted in that way, it's a guarantee that they'll be here longer than average. I'm taking her, but I'm not that hopeful that I think I'll find her a home.
really?
Yeah. Behaviorally, she's going to get worse here.
Okay.
She'll get more and more stimulated, and she'll get worse with other dogs. It's going to be like putting her in a torture chamber. I don't want her here for a long period of time.
Okay.
And I think, we're your best shot. She can't be placed in the city.
They won't take her there, and I've tried to adopt her out myself. And like I said, people just see how crazy she is, and she gets so excited they don't want to put her in an apartment. Would you call me if it comes to...
Well, what I'd like to do is I'd like to call you and have you pick her up, and if she needs to be euthanized, I'll call you. And then we have a decision to make, because she won't
Okay.
understand the fact that we're going to try and find her a home in 2 weeks while, she every moment lives in hell. Okay,
I don't
let's
wanna
sign her
see
over.
what
This is her best shot, and I'll put her on the internet. And just sign her over.
Okay, be good, okay? I love you. Be a good girl, okay?
Okay.
I don't need to sign it.
Oh, no, you signed here. You're all
All
set.
set.
I just need you to get her records,
Okay.
and when your emotions go, you can send a donation if you want. Just, we're all set here.
Okay.
It's okay. Just try and get home.
Thank you.
Ginger's the kind of dog that will not be able to tolerate being in a shelter for very long. This is exactly the kind of dog that's going to deteriorate rapidly, mentally, behaviorally, and emotionally. She also has the unfortunate profile of a dog who's destined to be at the shelter a really long time waiting for an adoption. She can't go with other dogs. She can't live with cats. She can't live with children. A dog like that is automatically a very difficult dog to adopt out. She has, at best, weeks before she completely goes crazy in the kennel environment. Can she survive the shelter environment long enough to find the right person? She's like a wild animal. I mean, completely hysterical. And not as much like owner searching as she looks
just frantic.
frantic, trying to escape, unconsolable.
Here are the new boys. They don't even know to look up yet. Okay, good night. Good night. Glad you made it. Okay.
I bought this place 8 years ago. I live on the premises. The house is attached to everything. When I got here, everything about my life made sense. I feel like this is the place I had been heading for my entire life. I had all of this bedding, all these old blankets and quilts that I got at the Salvation Army. I mean, sort of collected them, had tons of them. And I got here and I realized it's for the shelter dogs. It's their blankets. I mean, all these weird things about me, I realized were because I was heading here.
Okay. Good night. Okay.
It's always been dogs for me. I think I just was born with some extra dog chromosome or something. I grew up in New York City. My father, he would take me to Dog Hill at Central Park every weekend. When I was in second grade, I had read almost every dog book that my school library had. By the time I was 8, I could identify any breed. I was like those ornithologists that have these lifetime bird lists. My sister used to get angry at me because if I saw a dog on the street, I'd stop, I'd get all happy, nothing would make me happier, and I'd run over and I'd interact with the dog, and she was always getting angry because I would give the dog more attention than I gave my family. I think all dogs in shelters deserve to be clean and dry. Every shelter dog deserves a bed or a blanket to lie on. It needs toys. It needs something to chew on. A good shelter is run with staff who adore the animals and work as hard as they can to avoid euthanasia of any animal, whether it's trying to train or work with difficult dogs, or trying to keep adoptable dogs emotionally sane while at the kennels. They should have a hard time with euthanasia. But one person does need to be able to do it.
Fred. Freddie. Good boy. It's a good boy. What you doing?
I ultimately am the person who can make the final decision. For my staff, it's really very difficult. Fred has just been diagnosed with Wobbler's disease. It's a problem with the discs where they compress and they press on the spinal cord. Usually, if the discs either come together or press together, the dog is completely paralyzed. And of course, the Murphy's Law of shelter dogs, the worst illnesses occur in the dogs with the best temperaments. And that seems to be the case with Fred. He's just good all the way through. My staff and I have to decide, do we euthanize him now and spare him possible pain? Or is there some last-ditch hope for him? His options are a neck brace for a minimum of 3 months that he would wear all day long. The only time it would be off is at night. And then the vet said after 3 months, then you could reevaluate him to see if the joints are stabilizing on their own at all. You know, what if we put a neck brace on him and he's miserable? What if he gets all sorts of pressure sores from the thing? Or what if he freaks out? Or what if he just looks miserable? Already, if I have to euthanize him, it's horrible. I can't imagine 3 more months of him and then euthanizing him. You know, give me options. Talk to me about what you think. Should we give him a chance?
What kind of suffering is he going to go through? And you were told that he could wake up paralyzed?
Right, I mean, he could be paralyzed. That'd be the thing.
If there's no light at the end of the tunnel, why put him through that? And I don't feel encouraged that something could change.
What if at the end of a torturous 3 months there was a positive thing, though?
Right, okay.
And so in the back of my mind, it's like if we don't try something, then I feel like it isn't fair, because he's just incredible. He's not just a nice dog, he's an incredible dog.
Well, let's think about it. We could fashion a neck brace. I know how to do it. The vet sort of said a cheap way to do it. And if we want, we could sort of try him at it. I can put off the euthanasia. I'm losing my ability to do it anyway. I mean...
Very scary. Oh, see how nice? Look how nice they good boy. That's good boy. That's very good boy.
We're going to try this neck brace on Fred for the next 3 months.
It's very, very soft. Stay, stay. Look, very good boy.
It may work, it may not.
Here we go. There we go.
Fred is such a great dog. I hope that putting him in this neck brace and keeping him in this neck brace for the next few months will save him.
Very good. Was very, very brave.
And I hope that he can find a home.
He's very brave today. I know it's very scary.
When I bought this place, I thought, what could I do that would make the dogs stay more comfortable? What could I do that might make him less devastated? And I thought they would like tiny little rooms. I mean, I suppose it's from living in New York City where everyone's apartment is this very tiny little room, and yet people are happy, you know, living in their tiny little apartments. And I thought, a dog doesn't really have a sense of size. You know, you leave a dog alone when you go to work. I don't think he lopes around the house, you know, enjoying a 28-room mansion. I think the dog, like, cuddles onto a piece of furniture and basically stays there. And so we decided to build something that might be calming for the animals, that might prepare them to live in a home instead of destroying any ability they had to live in a home.
What I'll do for you is I'll give you an appointment with Sue or Evelyn, and Sue or Evelyn will temperament test the dog, which means they're going to want to look at his teeth. They're going to want to make sure that he'll tolerate being hugged. They'll probably touch his feet, and they're going to give him something to eat and then try to take it away while he's eating it. There is a chance she won't accept the dog if he won't let us take anything away from him, or if he tries to bite her when she's looking at his teeth.
You know, people work at shelters because they love animals. And when you work at a shelter, you quickly begin to realize that not all animals are friendly and not all animals are safe. And at a shelter, sometimes some of the reasons why dogs are there is because of aggression. And this is
Nikki.
N-I-C-K-Y. Male or female?
Female.
How old is she?
She'll be 5 in February.
And how long have you had her?
Since she was a puppy.
Okay. Where'd you get her from?
A pet store.
And has she bitten anybody?
Yes.
Who has she bitten?
Our daughter.
Where? On your daughter's body?
On her thumb.
Okay. Who else has she tried to bite?
Me once.
And what was that over?
In the car, I was sitting in the back and she was being aggressive.
The bite that your daughter got on her thumb, that broke skin?
Yes.
I'm just going to do a little handling exercise on her teeth. A lot of dogs who are dominant and aggressive are not so with a stranger. All I'm doing, it's a test often we use for shelter dogs just to sort of see how much handling she'll allow or what she'll allow in terms of, she's completely intolerant of even having me. She just hard stared me. Basically what she did there, she warned me. She said, "Don't you touch my mouth again." It's nice to have a dog who warns. Not all that helpful though.
Did she just growl?
Yeah, she's completely tensed up. And I'm just doing a mouth exam. What I would like to do, I'm going to use a fake hand, but I'd like to test her level of aggression around the food bowl.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
You won't have to get that close.
Okay. Yeah, would you prepare food and... you move towards her, to come to me.
Yes.
Good, stop right there.
No, wait.
Good, yes, I want her to focus on Miyuki.
I tried to.
Yes, go to the bowl. Good, great. Make noise, put the bowl down there. Call her over. Great, okay. It's okay, I'm just gonna cut off her airway. Such a high level of aggression. She was heading for my stomach. I can't tell you how many thousands of dogs I've tested around their food. That was probably the worst I've ever seen. It was such a dangerous level of aggression. I see people that I have to say to them, I cannot help you with this dog. This dog is too dangerous. I'm not going to give you a kernel of hope. I think this is a really dangerous dog, and you've given her a great life for 5 years, and you've gotten away with not a lot of bites. There's a huge bite coming around the corner, and it's going to happen soon. I'm so sorry. They come to the conclusion that the only option they have is to euthanize their dog. They're devastated by it. Worse yet, the adopter returns it to a shelter where it's not going to be euthanized, and the danger there is that dog will either get adopted again, and somebody else will get hurt or devastated, both, or the dog lives out the rest of his life in a concrete kennel because it's unadoptable.
You want to come here? No? Yeah? No.
It's a really nice dog. We're a country that's going no-kill. It's awful. It's so sad. Oh my God. Shelters are abandoning animal control, giving it to the government and saying, we don't want to euthanize, euthanasia is our enemy. That's why. But no one said, how then do we take care of these dogs for their entire life in a concrete chain link kennel?
Are you okay? Are you okay?
The animals that are living there are living in hell.
Come here. Come here. Don't be scared.
There are shelter dogs who have been in chain link kennels for years, sleeping on concrete, hearing barking on either side of him, being constantly aroused, never getting a night's sleep where he doesn't hear another dog bark. Frustration turns into aggression. They'll leap up and down, they'll vertically exercise, they'll spin. If he's there for 10 years, he will spin more and more until probably every waking moment is spent spinning and spinning and spinning in frustration. I think these dogs, it's much more humane to euthanize them than to see them, suffer daily.
What do you got for a dog? I lost my dog, and now I need another one.
What kind of dog are you looking for?
Oh, not too big, medium-sized dog, and something that's got a little hound that's contented.
I have somebody that I think you'll be interested in.
All right.
Her name is Ginger. She's smallish, on the smaller side. She's about 25 pounds. She wouldn't be good living with other dogs, and she definitely isn't going to live with any cats, but come take a look at her. They're very sweet. This is Ginger.
Oh.
She's very, very sweet.
Yeah.
And she's been very nervous since she's been here.
Oh, Jerry, I think you'd like her. I think you'd like her. Look at it, she likes you.
Do you have any cats?
No cats.
Okay. Well, she doesn't kill them, but she chased them a lot in our last home. And go in and say hi. Just
That's
see
all
if
right. I go in and
she'd
say
love
hi
a little
to her.
visitor.
She looks like she likes it. Go. Let's try her. Ooh, you want to sit up here? Come on up here.
She likes treats. It sometimes helps.
Oh, yeah, she likes treats.
She's very gentle.
Yeah. Yeah, she's nice.
I think she'll be perfect for you. But take her out, see what you think, talk about her, and
All right.
see if you'd like to try her. I think it could be a match.
Glad to get outside, I guess. Get away from being in the pen. She said, that's no good. There's some goats and stuff over there. Yeah.
She's not pulling too much, right? Oh, there. They look good. It's adorable.
It was cute.
Look, she walks very nice with him.
Oh, he needs a dog. He needs a dog bad. And I think maybe she might be the one. She's walking so funny. What are you walking so funny for, huh?
You wanna go home? You wanna go to the home? You wanna go out here?
Yeah, you're gonna go to a nice good home, Ginger. Yeah, we're gonna miss you.
Okay, Jenny. Little girl, be very, very big, brave girl, and you have fun, okay? Uh-oh, kitty in the box. Time to go. Oh, it's time to get out of here. All right.
Okay.
I got her. I got her.
Bye, Ginger.
Bye, baby. Be good
She's
girl.
got ETR.
Bye.
You're riding to the city. Ah. You know what a car looks like, Ginger? Yeah, you get to ride in the car, Ginger. Yeah, that'll perk your ears up.
Hi, this is Evelyn from Ronda Valley Kennels. I got your name through a rescue group, and I was told that you place older dogs in homes with, older people, elderly people. You don't have room? She's really a nice dog. She's housebroken. She's a really. Can I leave you our number here, and when you do have an opening, can you give me a call? All right. Thank you for your time anyway. Okay. Bye. Strike one, Aggie. We'll try again.
Come on, Aggie. Come on. Come on.
The younger dogs go so much faster.
Come on, Aggie. This should be fun.
I mean, the majority of people come in looking for puppies and really young dogs. I mean, under 2 years.
Get your chubby body in there. There you go.
While dogs that have a few years on them have to sit here and sit here and sit here and wait.
Oh, look at you.
She was going to be put down the day of a staff meeting because no one is really interested in old dogs. And I asked you to give me an extension on her, and I'd look personally for a home for her. And Sue said I could have 3 weeks, and if no one found a home for her in 3 weeks, then Agnes would be put down. But I have this thing for old dogs. They're kind of like, I don't know. I always seem to, reach out a little more for them than the younger dogs because they're the ones that really, they only have a few years left, and they should be really great years. I don't really worry about Agnes now because I'm pretty sure she's going to end up in a nice home really soon. So.
She's gentle and she's kind and she's beautiful and loving. And she's not ready to kick the bucket. She has a few more years of love to give someone, okay? Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, she is so good, girl. Don't you worry. Someone out there for you.
I would say I'm definitely closer to my own dogs than I am to any other human. I just feel like they're my soulmates. There's nothing like a dog. A horse is great, but you can't have it in your living room. To me, home is my dogs. Wherever we are together, that for me, that's home. I mean, I don't know like how everything would have been if I didn't have dogs. I'd probably be married with kids. So I don't know.
To fix the other one's problem.
In any given time at an animal shelter, you will see the most wonderful adoptable dogs, just gems.
You look so cute. You do look so cute. You are cute.
All the way down to the most dangerous dogs on the planet today. You know, dogs that have been bred and trained and raised by drug dealers and never lived as a family pet, was chained out, and now the person was shot down and dog ends up at the shelter. It's a 120-pound Rottie pit bull mix, and it feels like killing you, and it will. And then down here you have the most adoptable, sweet, wonderful mixed breed that anyone has ever met. All right. Oh, we need a surrender form. And you have everything in between. What do you call him?
Oh, B-E-A-U.
Okay.
But I call him Doofus.
You can have this.
Oh,
You
thank
can have
you.
this, yeah, you can
Thanks.
have this.
Hi. I hate to do this because he is a dynamite dog.
He's great with kids. He loves
Ah,
kids.
he loves kids.
That's great. All right, good luck trying to find the right dog. Try to find something that's already spayed or neutered. That always helps.
That always helps, right?
Yes, that'll really help.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck.
Good day.
All right, Evelyn, did you look at the dog at all?
No.
He's totally dominant aggressive. Really? Yeah, like aroused and dominant aggressive. Gonna nail you. He can't go back out. He's not adoptable for me. He's not. Take him out. It's not fear. He's like totally aggressive.
Really?
That's my feeling. Go look, because I can hear the little doubt in your voice.
Hi, sweet. Hi, honey. Yeah, we don't go near Auntie Evelyn's face. Come here. Let Mommy see your teeth. Good boy. Let Mommy see you. Good boy.
Yeah, let me see.
Good boy. Can we bathe him, treat his ears, get him comfortable, and then we test him? It's not going to take maybe a week.
I'm not giving him a week.
You're not?
No. I'm just getting a total sense
Well,
from him.
I respect that. I respect that. You've got the experience that I don't have. I'm just, you know me. I always have to give it 20,000 chances before. I just can't. You know, I don't mind euthanizing if it's a bad dog, but you have to prove it to me.
This I can keep in my drawer.
I know that this is a biter. I know this dog is a biter. I will never be able to explain to them that this is a biting dog. And at some point, I feel like somebody's got to have the courage to end what is ultimately going to happen to him, which is he's going to get passed around a lot in the avoidance of euthanasia issues. These are just not cutting.
If she didn't take the dog in, it's going to pass and pass
Right,
and pass.
okay.
Somebody would get bitten
Right.
because she feels the dog is a threat.
Right.
So you can understand where she's coming from.
Right, but that's why we're here also.
But
that's why we're called a shelter. If we're taking him in to begin with, whether he's a bad dog or he's a good dog, he needs that brought out, whether he's a bad dog, good dog.
Right.
He's coming from a bad situation, obviously, where he's been not cared for, he's been underfed, he's been tied up, his ears are totally infected, right?
And you know what? If he's a bad dog,
then it'll come out.
I'll be the first to say euthanize him. He should not go to anybody, any home. But we're not placing him. We just want to give him
time.
just a few days. Just a few days. It may turn out that Sue's right because she's got the experience we don't.
She feels like we are the good guys and she's the bad guy.
Right, and that's not
And she
true.
does, and that's not true, but it looks that way.
I'm saying
She's
that's always
saying, this
been
is
her.
what I want to do, and we're all looking at her and saying, no, no, and so she looks bad. She
Well,
doesn't, she
you
doesn't
should have
want to
a
look
shelter
bad.
then.
She doesn't enjoy euthanizing anybody.
I know.
Over 750,000 children will be bitten by dogs this year in this country. And those children will most likely be bitten and attacked on their face, their heads, their necks. They'll have scarring for life. And the dogs that bite these children are not roving packs of strays. They're most likely to be dogs familiar to the children. They either belong to family members, to relatives, or friends. My job at the shelter is to evaluate these dogs, and if I see aggression over food bowl, over rawhide, or over toys, I see growling, snapping, or biting the fake hand, I will not put that dog up for adoption because I don't know how far this dog will go.
Hello. Thank you, Papa. Hey, Mommy. Oh, no. Mommy wants that. Come on. Mommy wants that. It's okay. All right, Bubba.
No, come on. Ow. Oofa, whoa. Ooh, that would have been a rip. Oh, that would have been a couple of punctures. Whoa. Yo! Ooh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Jesus. This is one of the most, wow, severe I have ever come across.
Oh boy. Multiple. Okay, that's it. That was bad. That was pretty bad. Okay. It's like, who's gonna put up with this?
If he was really going after the hand, he would have been stitches.
Yeah. Multiple times. So.
And it's sad.
It is very sad. There's no denying what needs to be done.
When you can plan their death and you know that that cliff is there, that they're gonna go off, I always feel like they should have some sacred pleasure, something out of the ordinary. Like sometimes it's human attention that they seek the most, but many of these dogs that get euthanized, great moments for them aren't being hugged or restrained or petted or played with, or what they want in life is good food. You know, really good, greasy, meaty food. That is, I think, if a dog could speak, I think the dog would say, hey, you know, either open the garbage can or let me have McDonald's. So it's McDonald's. It's got to be part of the process. It's got to be the very last gift these guys get.
Hi, can I help you?
I'm gonna get a 6-piece McNuggets, no sauce, and a medium Coke.
Sure. Care for any fries?
No, thanks.
Welcome, 386.
Sit. Sit. Want another? Here, take that. Want that? Is it yummy? There. Baby, you need to be muzzled a little bit. You have to calm down, okay? There you go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Good boy. You're fine. He's a very brave little boy. You in? He's a very good boy. He's a very good boy.
Okay.
That's a good boy. There you go. There you go. That's a very good boy, Laura. I know. It's a shame. He's adorable.
I really wonder when I die, if I were to go to, let's say, purgatory and they were trying to make a decision, should I go to heaven or hell? I really don't know how I'll be looked at. And like, what if all the dogs were there that I made decisions on? Where would they want me to go? And I don't know.
Come here, friend. Look, you want the ball? Good boy. Ooh. Come on, friend. Good boy. Okay. We have no puppies at the moment. Well, we don't have any in at the moment. We are getting some in. But we have an older dog, Agnes. She's housebroken. Well, she's 10 plus. Too old. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for calling. Bye-bye. You tired? Ready for another nap? We called a local newspaper so they could do a special on Agnes and feature her in a way that shows all her wonderful qualities, and hopefully, you know, through that we'll get her out there and there'll be someone that's looking for Agnes. Did anybody call to adopt anybody?
Puppies. Everybody wants puppies. I thought with this, because it's a really good picture of her, I thought for sure we would have gotten a few.
But instead we got what?
None.
None at all?
The only calls we got was for puppies.
I don't think an old dog should just be euthanized because she's old. But I tell you, there are times when she looks so depressed and weary and worn out. I've seen her outside looking that way, like just plodding along. I look at her in there, and sometimes she just seems done. I don't know. I'm not saying euthanize her because I'm not sure I could do it, but I don't feel comfortable looking at her a lot. I mean, would you let her live out her life here so she just dies here, not really belonging to anyone? And that seems...
See, she would have belonged to us. It's not anybody. We're kind of like a family. I think that's why it's not the same as some places. When we take the dogs, they're ours. I mean, I think that's why we have such a problem with the euthanasias, because they're not just, you know, dog number A and dog number B down the line. I mean, these are dogs that we bring things from home, and we love them. I think it's different. I think we're different.
Does that feel good? There's no way Agnes is going to be euthanized. There is no way in hell Agnes is going to be euthanized. She's wonderful, she's healthy, she's got a lot to give, and I'll be damned if I allow it to happen. I'm not going to allow it to happen. No way, no way.
Good night, Agnes. Good night. Good night, Choo-Choo.
Sometimes I have trouble sleeping at night. When I'm in here with my own dogs, I look at each one of them and I tell each of them over and over again the story of what it was about them that made me pick them and keep them. They were all either found as strays or I found them at other shelters that I was traveling to, and I fell in love, and I was worried that the dog would be euthanized, and I flew home with them. So I tell them their little stories, because I remember everything about having first seen them and what they were like in the shelter and why them as opposed to the hundreds of other dogs on that day at the shelter.
Almost. Ready? Oh, look! Good boy, come here. Happy boy. Ready to go to the doctor? You ready to go to the doctor, yeah?
That's a good boy, Fred. Yeah, you're a good boy. That's pretty good, Fred.
All right, well, let's take him out, and I'll just watch him move in the parking lot.
Maybe he's a little better. He was more, maybe more crossing over, kind of.
Yeah, it's certainly no worse.
Yeah.
I mean, his head, he carries his head well.
And no pain. He doesn't seem to have any pain.
No. I think he's placeable, and, you know, this is probably what he's going to be left with for the rest of his life. A left-footed dog all the rest of his life, but you may not see anything other than that.
All right. I would love to find him a nice home.
Well, he'd make someone a fine companion. Okay, Fred?
He says, all right. All right. Thanks.
Okay. Okay, Freddy. I'm gonna get the best home. Gonna get a really good home with some nice clumsy person who won't mind.
Not only is Fred better, but the vet thinks he could have, he could live maybe a normal life, and he could be adopted out. He agreed with us that Fred has 4 left feet. Like, he starts out clumsy, and he may just be clumsy the rest of his life. Uh-oh, he's got dynamite up his butt.
Here we go. Spinner.
No pain, no pain, no pain whatsoever. We did the right thing. We did the right thing. He's great. Bye, Fred. He's going to go find a home now. Fred? Fred? Come on, Fred.
Pretty good color.
Yeah.
Agnes just doesn't seem right. She's been losing weight. She's a lot more trouble getting up and down. She seems more lethargic. It seems more than maybe just old age.
She's got a heart murmur.
Like a big one?
It's, as far as the intensity, it's kind of mid-range murmur. I'm not sure at this point what is causing it. But, she's got a large spleen.
Mm-hmm.
When the doctor said that Agnes has an enlarged spleen, a heart murmur, I knew that that means heart failure. Last night, Agnes couldn't even get up.
Hey, Aggie. Hey, I got chicken for you, baby. Here. Chicken? Oh, honey, that's good. I didn't think she'd be so sick so quickly like that. No. So I got the news today, just this morning. Just this morning, she's gonna be put down. It's been torture all day, saying goodbye to Agnes. It's been torture. And I look like shit. I guess you could say I look like I've lost a friend. And I have.
She's in the room. The staff is very broken up. He's here. Stay there now. You're okay. She's a good girl. You're a very good girl. Who's a good girl? You're okay. You're okay. You're all right, baby. You're all right. There you go. There you go. Good girl. All right. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. There you go. That's a good girl. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Sometimes they'll do that. They're not conscious.
Everyone okay coming? Okay. Ready? Okay. You everyone all right? I think we're all right. You get the doors.
She is.
After Agnes died, you know, we honored Agnes by not having any dogs behind the desk for probably 24 hours. And then, of course, an animal comes in and it needs to go behind the desk, so we have a new behind-the-desk animal.
This is Frida, the fly catcher. She's always catching flies. We don't always see the flies, but she does. And since she's been under my desk, there's no flies around here. Saw her?
You know, you really can't get bogged down with too much. You have to sort of keep going.
We're totally filled, out of control with animals. We've got a littered newborn. We've got a litter 2 weeks old. We don't have a 4-week-old litter. I'm sure that'll come in today.
It's the right of every living dog to have a person who thinks it's the greatest animal on the earth. I think every shelter dog needs a name. So there'd be Tipper and Al, George W. and what's his wife's name? Laura, and Lieberman and Hadassah. Your hope for all the dogs is that they'll become the apple of somebody's eye.
And here's your housebreaking. You'll never need this, but what to do if you lose her?
This just goes around like a collar.
Can you tighten it?
Yeah, it'll tighten itself that way you won't, because I'll never find a collar to fit.
Come on. Hop in him. The single most satisfying thing about working in the shelter is getting the dogs adopted and then being able to peek into the lives of these dogs now, you know, in a home. I'll drive around running errands and I drive by and I'm like, I know that dog. That's Tony. He's like the firehouse mascot, but came from my shelter. I love hearing that these dogs are just members of the family. I'd like to see Fred as a member of this extended family.
We originally went to get the dog because we wanted to have a guard dog at the house. It turns out that it's only his appearance that is ever going to scare anybody off.
To see the little 4-year-old boy like pushing on his rump and talking about, you know, what toys his dog has chewed up.
Okay, I'll give him a little piece, and he's got to try to find it.
To have these dogs that I knew at their worst, you know, in times of just stress.
Ginger. Hey, Ginger.
And to see them now in there with their families, and to know that they got that dog from the shelter, that's a great feeling.
She likes to lick you to get your attention that she's there.